Doom might be the game that's commonly cited as the forefather of the modern first-person shooter, but it was ID's Wolfenstein 3D which truly revolutionized the genre back in 1991. However, it would be almost a decade until players ventured back into the walls of Castle Wolfenstein with 2001's acclaimed comeback, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Despite its reputation as one of gaming's most important titles, Wolfenstein 3D was quickly eclipsed by the success of Doom, which built upon the foundations of Wolfenstein to greater effect. As such, while Doom continued to remain popular throughout the 90s and into the noughties, Wolfenstein lay dormant as little more than a once revolutionary landmark. But there was then a sudden influx of World War II themed shooters in the wake of EA's highly successful Medal of Honor, released for the PlayStation in 1999. Clearly inspired by this surge in popularity, ID Software turned to Grey Matter Interactive to reboot Wolfenstein, reintroducing the series after a gap of almost 10 years. Designed as a reimagining of the original Wolfenstein 3D, Return put players back into the role of gruff soldier William B.J. Blazkowicz. As one of the top agents of the United States Office of Secret Actions, it's BJ's mission to investigate occult activity and rumors of paranormal wrongdoing during the Second World War. Whilst investigating the fiendish activities of the Third Reich in Nazi Germany, BJ and his fellow agent are captured and imprisoned within the deadly walls of Castle Wolfenstein. After fighting his way out of the castle, BJ becomes embroiled in a mission across Germany to stop his enemy at all costs. Whilst Wolfenstein 3D may have been groundbreaking, its rudimentary graphics and maze-style levels were quickly outdated by story-driven shooters like GoldenEye 007 and Half-Life. As such, Return to Castle Wolfenstein took the original game and reflected the changes that had occurred since its release. While the castle itself was still an elaborate maze of hidden rooms and corridors, the sequel opened things up dramatically by taking players outside of the castle walls to explore catacombs, villages, and top-secret research facilities. Ultimately, this was still faithful to Wolfenstein's main selling point: running and gunning your way through waves of enemy soldiers and gruesome monsters. Testosterone-fueled action was still the order of the day, yet Wolfenstein differentiated itself from other wartime shooters through its grindhouse melding of history and horror. Along with the requisite gun-touting soldiers, Return to Castle Wolfenstein's foes included undead zombies, genetically engineered super soldiers, and a climactic showdown with a gargantuan creature called Himmler. Good taste wasn't exactly high on the agenda, yet like the original game, Return to Castle Wolfenstein was a tongue-in-cheek comic book and one with some of the finest shooting mechanics and graphics to be found in PC gaming at the time. Successfully reimagining the original game and offering polished and satisfying gameplay, Return to Castle Wolfenstein quickly became a hit. While another reimagining came in 2009, simply titled Wolfenstein, that's imaginative, Return remains the high point of the series for many fans. Its vast levels and polished mechanics made it a hit both online and off, whilst the little-known series named Call of Duty would launch only 2 years later, utilising the same engine and similar level design. Elsewhere, the long-mooted film continues to plumb the depths of development hell, whilst the successful Zombies mode of Call of Duty clearly owes much of its success to ID's supernatural shooter. It may have been Wolfenstein 3D that truly defined an entire genre of gaming, but Return to Castle Wolfenstein remains the high point of the series. Continuing the same blend of schlocky wartime action and gruesome horror that made Wolfenstein 3D such an offbeat classic, Return to Castle Wolfenstein was a different breed of wartime shooter and one which remains a blast.